Automation can remove a huge amount of production work, but it does not automatically create an audience or guarantee income. So before you buy PodShorts, let's look at who this is for, who should skip it, and the biggest thing you still have to do yourself. First, look at these beta users examples, including claims of clip reaching tens of thousands of views and user reporting commission from their bio page. For example, the page features one user claiming a first commission on day 6 and another reporting a 60,000 view clip. But can you also get these results? Absolutely yes. But your result will depend on your niche, content, audience, platform distribution, and execution. The product is clearly designed around this one main idea: build your own show instead of simply clipping someone else. But creating a podcast manually needs thinking about topics, recording conversations, editing episodes, creating clips, publishing them in channel, and then trying to get people to actually see them. And if you are building short form content, then workload can multiply quickly. That's why PodShorts take a different approach. Instead of you doing every production step manually, it positions AI as a production team. The basic idea is very simple. You choose a niche, you provide a topic, then the system creates the show content, creates clips, distributes them, and connect the traffic to a monetization path. So this product is not just an AI video generator. It's time to become an end-to-end content and distribution system. PodShorts has more than 40 features, but we are going to see some important features which I personally like. The first feature I like is Trend Radar. It scans what's gaining attention in your niche and gives you trendy and momentum information. For a beginner, the benefit is simple. You don't always have to start with a completely blank page and ask, what should I talk about? You can use current topics as a starting point, then develop your own angle. The next feature is Cast Studio. It has a library of AI hosts with different voices and personalities, and it also promotes the option to clone your own face and voice. The practical benefit is obvious. You can build a podcast style channel without needing to personally record every episode. For someone who is camera shy or simply does not want to the voice of the channel, that's the major part of the appeal. Then there's a third feature, Show4j. It creates complete AI hosted podcast episode with conversation, turn talking, and different interaction between hosts. This is important because the whole strategy depends on having a longer piece of content first. That episodes become the raw material for the shorts. The next one is Clip Jenny. This is where PodShorts turn the longer conversation into vertical clips. The clips are hook first and captions, and that the system provides a virality score of for clips. The practical benefit is that you are not manually cutting every interesting moment out of the podcast. The long form episodes become the source for your short form content. And finally, there is the autocast. It can be published to TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube with a schedule and a content calendar. This is where the workflow moves from make content to keep distributing content, and for a channel strategy, consistency is very important part of the model. The software is outstanding and there is no doubt because it handles all workloads. You can now have an AI tool that creates content, but the bigger question is that's how you can make money with this content. What niche should you choose? What should you create? How do you turn one episode into multiple shorts? But don't worry, I have already know this problem. That is why I created Faceless Podcast Short Channel Success Bonus Bundle with a stated value of $497. And these bonuses are designed around the actual workflow we are discussing. So let's look at these bonuses in just 2 minutes. First is the Faceless Podcast Niche Finder. This helps you find a niche before you start producing content. The goal is to look at audience interest, content depth, podcast potential, shorts potential, and monetization opportunity. So instead of randomly choosing a topic, you have a structured way to narrow it. Next is the podcast channel blueprint. This helps turn the niche into an actual channel concept. You will walk through the audience, positioning, podcast format, content pillars, and monetization structure. In other words, it helps answer what exactly am I building? Then there's the podcast to shorts content system. This is one of the most important bonuses because the entire model depends on getting more content from each episode instead of thinking one episode equal one videos. The idea is one episode can become multiple shorts that give you a repeatable content pipeline. You also get 300 podcast content idea. This is designed to solve another beginner problem. You can use the ideas as a starting point for episodes, discussion, questions, stories, comparisons, and short form angles. Then there's the Faceless podcast channel launch guide. This brings the strategy together into a beginner friendly launch roadmap. It covers the journey from niche and channel positioning through episodes, shorts, distribution, and growth. But wait, there's also a fast action bonus, the 30-day Faceless Podcast Channel Launch Channel Challenge. This gives you a day by day path for actually putting the system into motion. So the bundle is designed around niche, channel, podcast, shorts, traffic, and monetization. Now here's the truth. PodShorts can automate a lot of production and distribution, but it cannot automate audience demand. That's the biggest distinction. I want you to understand you can create a podcast, you can create shorts, you can publish every day and still get weak result. If the niche is wrong, the topic are boring, or the content does not connect with viewers. The sales page itself tells buyer not to expect money without doing anything and says the product is automatic, not magic. It also says buyers should give the machine consistent time rather than accept overnight riches. So don't buy this thinking AI build a profitable channel for me. While you can think AI can build a large part of the production machine while I focus on the niche, topics, quality, audience, and business strategy. That's much more realistic way to look at it. So who is PodShorts actually for? If you are interested in building a faceless podcast style content channel like big YouTuber and you want to turn longer conversation into short form content across multiple platforms, this is the strong tool to look at. It's especially interesting if you don't want to record yourself, don't want to spend hours editing, and want a system that connect content creation with distribution and monetization. So if you want to check out PodShorts for yourself, I have put the link in the description and the pinned comment. And if you decide to get it through my link, you will also get my Faceless Podcast Shorts channel success bonus bundle. Currently positions $497. PodShorts also offer a 14-day money back guarantee, but launch price and launch discount can change. So try it with the launch offer before it ends. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next review.